This is a song written by Mr. Eric Bogle. He's a Scottish songwriter who found it difficult to make a living as a singer-songwriter, acoustic guitar player in his own native country of Scotland, and ended up in Australia and becoming very successful, and he has written some of the most magnificent songs that anybody ever heard. This one is his finest, or certainly my favourite. It's a song called, the band played Waltzing Matilda, and it's all about the First World War. Don't know how much you know about the First World War, but it was supposed to be the war that ended all wars, and unfortunately it didn't. Have a listen to this and see what you think. Going to also sing it to Mr. David Andre, who is working the recording side of tonight. I don't think he's ever heard me sing this one. When I was a young man, I carried my pack. I lived the free life of a rover. From Murray's green basin to the dusty outback, I waltzed my Matilda all over. Then in 1915, my country said, son, it's time to stop rambling, 'cause there's work to be done. And they gave me a tin hat and they gave me a gun. They sent me away to the war. The band played Waltzing Matilda as our ship pulled away from the quay. And amid all the cheers and the shouts and the jeers, we sail off for Gallipoli. Well, I remember that terrible day when our blood stained the sand and the water, and how in that hell that they call Suvla Bay, we were butchered like lambs at the slaughter. Johnny Turkey was ready, he primed himself well. He rained us with bullets and he showered us with shells, and in 5 minutes flat we were all blown to hell. He nearly blew us right back to Australia, and the band played Waltzing Matilda as we stopped to bury our slain. We buried ours and the Turks buried theirs, and it started all over again. Those who were living did our best to survive in this mad world of death, blood and fire. And for 10 weary weeks I kept myself alive, though around me the corpses piled higher. And a big Turkish shell knocked me arse overhead, and when I awoke in my hospital bed and saw what it had done, Christ, I wished I was dead. I never knew there was worse things than dying. For no more I'll go waltzing Matilda all around the green bush far and near. For to hang 10 pegs a man needs both legs. No more waltzing Matilda for me. They collected the cripples, the wounded and maimed, and shipped us back home to Australia. The armless, the legless, the blind and the insane, those proud wounded heroes of Suvla. And as our ship pulled into Circular Quay, I looked at the place where my legs used to be, and thank Christ there was nobody waiting for me to grieve and to mourn and to pity. The bands played Waltzing Matilda as they carried us down the gangway. But nobody cheered, they just stood there and stared, turned all their faces away. So now, every April I sit on my porch, I watch the parade pass before me. I see my old comrades, how proudly they march, reliving the dreams of past glories. I see these old men all tired, stiff and sore, the weary old heroes of a forgotten war. And the young people ask me, what are they marching for? And I'll ask myself the same question. The band plays Waltzing Matilda, and the old men still answer the call. But year after year, their numbers get fewer. Someday no one will march there at all. Waltzing Matilda, Waltzing Matilda, oh, come a waltzing Matilda with me. And our ghosts can be heard as we pass by the Billabong. Oh, come a waltzing Matilda with me. Thank you very much. Like I said, I'm going to take a real short break.